What's up, everybody? It's Indigo, and I am finally back with another quarter box. So, didn't have any half dollars this week, and that is okay because it's been too long since I've hunted a box of quarters anyway. And we've got circulated quarters, so I'm going to try something different. I think I'm going to try to hunt these like I do my halves and just pull everything out that I want to scope and just kind of set it to the side and track it by what roll it was, but I'll hunt everything for silver or West Points or NIFCs or anything up front. I'll do all that, and then I'll go back and scope everything at the end. That way I'm not spending as much time setting up and checking things out. So it's a lot of words to say I'm going to hunt these for silver and West Points and NIFCs and any obvious errors or varieties first, and then I will bring you back in towards the end. But I will let you know what roll things come out of if we find something on the back end. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the first roll. I'll bring you in on the first find. I'm on roll number 9, and as you can see, I've kind of been stacking the ones I'm going to scope down here. So I've been removing about 2/3 to 3/4 of the finds or the coins from each roll. And just for reference, that is a full $10 roll. So about 2/3, 3/4 get discarded on each roll. So I think it is speeding things up. And I've been pulling them out, but let me put you back on the mount here real quick. So, but check that out. So I saw this and I figured this might be either an NIFC or a West Point, and it is West Point. So get that really thick, really pretty edge there. Nice strike. Much better strike than the regular Philadelphia or Denver. So got our first West Point of the box, 2020 Marsh Billing or Weir Farm, excuse me. Wow. Weir Farm V75 on roll number 9. Let's see if there's any more in this box. I'm on roll number 15, and it is nowhere near as nice as the last one, but we're going to have a second W in the box. This one's a 2019, and it is a River of No Return, and man, is it nasty. So this one's going to go take a bath in some acetone, probably some MS-70, and I will give you an update on how it looks at the end of the box wrap up. So second W, this one's rough though. Bring you in on the next find. Roll number 19 is going to give us our first miscellaneous, a sticker or painted coin. So I'm not sure what exactly it was painted with, but it was thick and it is on there, and it is a 1999 Georgia, and it's out of Denver. So first miscellaneous, 2 W's through 19 rolls. Just opened roll number 21, and I don't want to get excited because I think that might be plated right here. But yeah, I think that's going to be plated. Dang it. Still no silver quarters on the year, but it is plated, so it is our second miscellaneous find. I will bring you in on the next one. Just finished roll number 49, and it's not a great find, but I did find this crown die chip. It's an early die state, but it's on the front half of Washington's hat there, and that looks pretty good. I mean, it's coin's not in great shape, but that turns into what they call the full crown die chip. So I will hold that one aside, just because most of the ones I find are on the back side here, but this one being on the front, I'll keep it and see if it cleans up a little bit. So one more roll and I will get into those. I have not had any silver or any sign of any silver, so I'll go ahead and kind of crack this one on camera just because, see what we got. Not expecting anything, and no silver. So I'll finish sorting these, and as you can see, I've kind of stacked everything for scoping, and I will bring you back in if we have any finds in any of these. Going through the stack to scope and starting from 50 and going backwards. So first up, we got this Reverend Dr. Paulie Murray. So he's got this little die chip up here on the glasses, and got a little bit right here, little pre-die chip, the actual marker for this one. So you see we got a little doubling in the hair, and we got some on the D and the T. This is one I actually sent in and it got attributed. This is VDDO005, and on the die markers on Variety Vista, like I said, this little die chip at the bottom of the O has actually been formed. It comes out here a little bit, but this is a little tiny bit earlier die state. So we got VDDO005 and probably something else in that big stack of stuff. So I'll bring you back in on the next find. Roll number 49 is going to give us a Wyoming, and it's going to be a little bit hard to see here, but see right there under that kind of grimy looking area, I believe this is going to be a DDR. I'm going to have to soak this one in some acetone and see if that cleans up a little bit, but I believe we got one of the DDRs on this 2007 Wyoming, and might be just a hair misaligned, but not enough to matter. So I'll throw that one in some acetone and see what we got, and I'll bring you in on the next find. Roll number 46 is going to give us another find, a 2015 Saratoga. It's got this little extra hook here. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, it is very dirty, but you see that little bit of doubling kind of right there. You kind of see that shadowy looking area. I believe this one's WDDR004. So again, I will take this one, put it in some acetone, clean it up because it's gross. So bring you in on the next find. Roll 44 is going to give us a 2023 Philly Eleanor Roosevelt, and this one is not listed. It is one I've sent in, or I sent in to Dr. Wiles. I don't believe it's listed, but you got heavy doubling here all along this hair curl. You got some right down here. You got some in this lower part on the ponytail. I mean, it is absolutely massive, the amounts of doubling. You got some down here, right there. But actually, no, this one might be. Roll number 46 is going to give a Eleanor Roosevelt out of Philadelphia. And this one has some really nice doubling. I believe this one is VDDO002. However, Dr. Wiles' pictures aren't that great on this one. So I think I might have actually sent this one in and didn't get a variety on it, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't believe it's VDDO001 because 001, which is the one I sent in, has doubling on the D and the T down here, and there's nothing I can see on the T even rotating it. But if you look in the hair here, you've got doubling here, here, all down this curl, down here, and you can even see some down on the ponytail, and down here by the band on the ponytail. I mean, it is a very, very strong double die. And like I said, I think it's number 2, VDDO002 on this one. But either way, pretty strong double die, and I believe it is listed as number 2. So bring you in on the next one. Just finished up roll 35, and it's going to give us 2 more finds. So we're going to have a Washington crossing the Delaware with pretty good cuff doubling. It's a little bit shorter than the VDDR001. I will look it up, and if it does have a match, I will throw that up in the top right corner there. And we had a Harper's Ferry with a little bit of doubling in these 2 windows right here. This is not very big, kind of light for the Harper's Ferries. And again, I will throw that up here once I'm done looking up which one that is. So bring you in on the next one. Roll number 25 is going to give us a 24 Philadelphia Patsy Takemoto mink, and this one has a very, very light double die, but it's doubled in that hair right there. This one's not listed anywhere. It's very minor, but still a double die and still a find. So bring you in on the next one. Still hunting from the back of the box forward, and roll number 20 is going to give us two finds. So this first one is a homestead with a little, very, very minor bit of doubling right there in that third window. So R3, I believe it is, maybe R2. I'll have to remember how they number those. But we have a Washington crossing the Delaware, and this one I want to say is VDDR 002 or 3. It's not the big one, but I believe it is one of the other ones. I'll have to double check that. But one of the key things to look out for on this one is this little tiny bit of doubling right here, and I'll try to readjust the scope. So see that extra little bit right there under this part? Not all of these have that. So when you have this doubled cuff, sometimes it's just this lower piece, sometimes it's both. So that's one thing to look out for when you're trying to identify which one you have. And this one I will put right up here. Just finished up hunting roll number, I guess, 36 for varieties. And we're going to have a 2016 Philadelphia. Nice AU coin, and it's going to be a Harper's Ferry, and this one is a massive double die. So this is actually WDDR 150, and this one, is probably one of the stronger double dies, and the coin's in great shape too. So this one will probably end up in an annex slab at some point, a little MS70 to clean off some of that grease or debris or whatever off of the surface of the coin. But it's a real nice high AU, probably an AU 58 coin. And yeah, glad got another find. Really nice Harper's Ferry DDR. Next roll is going to give us a 2024 P Reverend Dr. Paulie Murray with a little bit of doubling on the first two in the date and a little tiny bit in the hair. So it's very similar to VDDO number 1, except there's no doubling on the inside curl of the two. But you see this little bit up top here. So let me see if I can zoom in on that a little bit. So you see that doubling right up there. And then in the hair, if I can get the lighting just right. So this is, normally they're doubled on this side. This one's doubled on the opposite side. So it looks like we got a little bit right here and down here on this lower portion of the hair to the left. And the doubling on the two is north, so north and west, I guess. Best I can tell, this one's not actually listed. Like I said, it's very similar to VDDO number 1, but it's not the same. It's not as dramatic. The doubling isn't as high, and there's nothing on the inside curl of the two. So this one's going to be unlisted, but it is a find, and I will keep it. So bring in on the next one. Just hunted roll number 41 for varieties, and we're going to have an Anime Wong that's got a little bit of doubling to the west. So it's on this side of the hair on this one. It seems fairly localized in the hair there. I'm not seeing anything on the lettering, and I'm not seeing anything in the date. This one is not listed on Variety Vista. I haven't checked Wexler's yet, but I will definitely hold it to the side. It almost looks like it's a little tiny bit. No, maybe not. I was going to say I thought it was misaligned, but it's not. And we got a Homestead with a little bit of doubling in, I believe this is L2 right here. And I will put the attribution for that right up here. Roll 42 is going to give us another find. This one has a very minor doubled cuff, and it's got both pieces of it actually. So I don't believe this one's listed, but if it is, I will throw that up right here. But Dr. Sally Ride, doubled cuff. Bring in on the next one. Roll number 49 for the varieties. So the second roll actually hunted for just through the box. It's going to give us a Harper's Ferry in really nice shape. And I believe this one is going to, I want to say it's WDDR 076. So it's got the doubling in these three windows right here, but it doesn't have it on the next layer. There's several of them that have doubling up here and here, but this is only these bottom three. So I want to say it's WDDR 076. If not, I will throw that right up there with the correct attribution. So one more roll, bring in on the next find. And that's it for the box. So a pretty good hunt overall. So ended up with this one plated coin. I believe it's probably platinum plated or something like that. The one painted quarter. If I can get it to focus. Come on. There we go. The Georgia State quarter. Had the one Sally Ride DDR doubled cuff there. Had five DDOs on the American women's quarters, including this VDDO 005, Dr. Polly Murray. So, pretty cool find there. The one almost crown die chip that I had found, and I didn't realize it at the time. This thing's pretty trashed, but it's actually the Denver version. So, that doesn't actually grow into the full crown die chip, and I probably won't hold on to this one just because of the shape it's in. It's not in good shape. It's got some damage and some staining on it. But we did find two of the Phillies with the doubled cuff under there. The one Saratoga DDR in the saber handle. The one Wyoming with the doubled saddle horn. Had three Harper's Ferries, including this really nice AU 58 level WDDR 150. It's got two little stains on there. It's got a little slide mark on the obverse, right? Let's see if I can get it to show. But I mean, it's got a little bit of circulation, but it's still really nice coin. That one, and because of that DDR, I will probably get that one submitted in a future annex submission. And then we had two homesteads with a little bit of doubling in the window panes. And overall, pretty good hunt. No silver, but we did have these two W's. So we had the 2019 River of No Return that is heavily circulated, probably a XF condition coin. And then the 2020 with the V75 Privy Weir Farm. And this one's really nice, probably a high AU, maybe a very, very low mint state, like a 60, 61. But overall, good box. Still got two W's out of circulation, so you can't get mad at that. Got a few varieties. Got one for, at least one for a future annex submission. So, you know, pretty good hunt. I wish I had a little bit of silver in there, but hey, can't complain. So if you enjoyed this, please hit that thumbs up. Thanks for watching. And if you'd like to see more hunts like this, please consider subscribing. It costs you nothing. Thanks for watching.